Let's talk about building a better you. I mean, really building one that lasts. Have you ever felt totally stuck in that frustrating loop of starting a new habit only to watch it fizzle out? Well, if you've been there, this explainer is going to uncover the real secret to making change that's actually permanent.
You know the feeling, right? We've all been there. January 1st hits. We're full of so much hope and energy, and then, somewhere around February, all that motivation just poof, it vanishes. It feels like a personal failure. But here's the thing I really want you to hear. You aren't the problem. The system you've been taught to use is.
So this is the blueprint most of us are following without even realizing it. On the left, you've got the common approach, right? We focus on these big goals, we try to go all in with pure intensity, and we demand superhuman willpower from ourselves. And what do we get? Well, you see it on the right. A little bit of motivation that quickly fades, total burnout, and then frustration that makes us quit. It's a recipe for failure, and it's not your fault.
Okay, so if that old system is completely broken, what's the alternative? Well, it's not about trying harder or having more willpower. It's about a complete core shift in how we think about change. It's time to learn a whole new strategy, the identity system.
Okay, so the traditional approach, the one we all know, is what we can call action-based change. It's all about the outcome, the what. You know, I want to lose 10 pounds, or I want to finally write that book. All of our focus is glued to that finish line.
But this new approach, identity-based change, completely flips that script. The focus shifts away from what you want to achieve and onto who you wish to become. Now, it's a subtle change in words, but it is a world of difference. It's not, I want to run a marathon, it's, I am a runner. See the power in that?
And this, right here, this is the critical turning point. This is the whole game. We stop asking, what should I do? Which, let's be honest, usually feels like a chore. And instead, we start asking, who am I becoming? This reframes every single choice we make, not as some task we have to check off, but as a confirmation of the person we are actively building.
Okay, so this all sounds great in theory, but how do we actually do it? How do we take this kind of abstract idea of identity and make it something real, something tangible? Well, the key is to start thinking of every single action you take as a vote.
This is the core mechanism. Every choice you make throughout your day, no matter how tiny it seems, is like casting a vote for the person you want to be. Each action is another little piece of evidence that's building the case for your new identity.
And look, it really just boils down to this super simple two-step process. Step 1, decide. Who is it you want to be? Be clear about it. And step 2, prove it. Prove it to yourself, not anyone else, with small, daily votes. That is it. Decide, then prove.
Let's just let that sink in for a second. Every action you take is a vote for the type of person you wish to become. Real, lasting change isn't about some heroic, life-altering moment. No, it's about the quiet accumulation of these hundreds of tiny, consistent choices.
And the best part? These votes can be ridiculously small. I mean, look at these examples. You want to be a writer? Your vote for the day is just writing one single sentence. Want to be an athlete? Your vote is just putting on your running shoes. That's it. These tiny wins are what build unstoppable momentum.
But this does bring up a pretty important question. With all the things you could become, how on earth do you pick the right identity to focus on? All these daily votes need a direction, right? You need a guiding North Star.
Seriously, how do you choose? I mean, do you want to be a healthy person, a patient parent, a successful entrepreneur? There are so many options. Which of these votes are the ones that are truly going to matter in the grand scheme of your life? We need some kind of filter to sort through the noise.
And lucky for us, there's a really powerful mental model that works as the perfect filter for this. It's called the Deathbed Perspective. Now, I know it might sound a little morbid, but trust me, this perspective brings incredible clarity. It forces you to line up your small, daily votes with the person you hope you will have been at the end of it all. It makes you ask, will this action matter? Is this a vote for the legacy I actually want to leave behind? It just cuts right through all the unimportant stuff.
And this brings us to the final and maybe the most important principle of all, the one thing that makes this entire system work long-term. And that's the undeniable power of consistency over intensity.
This chart really says it all, doesn't it? On the left, that's the result of one big, heroic burst of intensity. It feels really productive in the moment. But then look at the bar on the right. That is the power of small, consistent daily votes. It's not even close. Over time, The daily actions absolutely crush the rare, intense effort. And the math proves it. This is one of my favorite equations ever. If you just get 1% better each day, if you just cast one small positive vote for yourself, it compounds over a year to make you nearly 38 times better. I mean, that is the incredible, explosive power of just showing up consistently. So let's just wrap all this up with the one core message to take away. The secret to permanent change is not about intensity, it's about consistency. You don't need a single heroic effort. You just need daily evidence, those daily votes for who you are becoming. And so that leaves us with one simple but really powerful question to carry with you as you go about the rest of your day today. Just ask yourself this: who are you voting to become?